In the beginning of the episode we have Hiraku, and he's with his army out in his field, his vegetable field. He's eating a radish and says he really enjoys eating his food. One of the army members cleans the radish, and Hiraku takes his first bite, saying it's really very sweet. The army member asks if they can try it too, and Hiraku says, yes, of course. They take a bite but find it very spicy. She says, what are you saying? It's very spicy. Hiraku replies, I forgot to tell you, actually, our radish has 3 parts. First is the thick part, then the middle part, and then the front part, which is very spicy. These 3 are different, the thick part is sweet, the middle part is normal, and the front part is pointed and very spicy. She says, what's the use of telling me now? You should have told me earlier. He says, forgive me, you're right. Then he adds, you know, the pointed part, the spicy one, we use it to make pickles. She asks how they make pickles, and Hiraku starts explaining. Just then, 3 or 4 kids come running and say that 2 weird people are there, doing something strange. Hiraku asks who has come and goes to see them. We then see 2 people bowing in front of a god's idol. One of the kids says, oh, so this is who they were talking about. Hiraku calls him a progenitor, he's a vampire. The person says, Hiraku, it's very nice to meet you. Hiraku replies that it's been a long time since they last met. The vampire says, yes, it has been a long time. Hiraku, you're looking very good. Hiraku says, yes, you too. They talk for a bit, and then the scene shifts to Hiraku's house, where the vampire. Hiraku's son is adopted here, and he says, I felt good meeting you, we're meeting after 90 years. Hiraku is a little shocked and asks, who is this lady with you? Is she your wife? He replies, she's not my wife. Actually, she's Fusu, a priestess. Hiraku asks, a priestess? What do you mean? After that, the vampire starts explaining everything, and Fusu introduces herself to Hiraku. Fusu then says, you thought I was his wife, thank you for that, but it's nothing like that. I'm not his wife, I'm actually a priestess. Hiraku also introduces himself, saying, my name is Hiraku. I'm the mayor of this place, and so on. As the conversation continues, one of his men says, we should have shown her proper respect. If she's a priestess, we should have welcomed her with great honor. Fusu replies, there's no need for that. I didn't tell anyone who I was, I just came here randomly, so you don't need to do all that. While they're talking, the vampire says, look, I have a job for you. Actually, this priestess needs your help. One of the men asks, what kind of job? Then Fusu says, I need to save my son's life, and only you can help me. Hiraku responds, but how? How can I help you? If that's the case, I'll definitely try. She explains, in your village, there's information about a medicinal plant, its name is Flora. Hiraku says, oh, you're talking about Flora. The scene then shifts, and we see Flora, with Hiraku standing in front of her. Hiraku says, oh, Flora, you're so famous, you never told me. Flora replies, what's there to say? These things don't really need to be talked about. As they continue talking, Flora asks, what's the matter? Why did you come looking for me? Fusu then explains everything to her, and the spirit with Flora also listens as she talks about her son's illness. They say, your son's condition is very rare, 2 or 3 diseases are affecting him at the same time. Fusu asks, isn't there any cure? Flora replies, no, there isn't. It's a very difficult case. Fusu feels very bad, especially since everyone is saying the same thing. She says, I came to you with a lot of hope. Flora replies, don't worry, I'll do as much as I can. She gives her a book and says, whatever ingredients are listed in this, you need to collect them all so we can save his life. Her son asks, will it work? The first ingredient is a flower found in the snowy mountains, and someone goes there to get it. The second is a walking mushroom that has to be brought from the, and Rhea says, "I'll handle this." Then we see a very rare item. So rare that it's almost impossible to find, dragon tears. Her son says, "This is easy for me," and he makes someone laugh so hard that tears start coming out. He collects those tears. The last item is a special stone that needs to be obtained, and that task is also completed. Finally, all the ingredients are gathered. Her son then says, "The real work starts now." Everything has been collected, but the hard part is just beginning. Everyone works day and night to prepare the medicine, and by the end, they're completely exhausted, but the medicine is finally ready. It's given to Fusu, and she's told, "You can take this and give it to your son. He'll be completely cured." Fusu is very happy because Hiraku and everyone helped her. She says, "You've helped us a lot. I'll definitely repay you someday." Hiraku replies, "No problem, it's nothing special. This was our responsibility." After that, they leave. Later, Hiraku looks at the god's idol again and notices something different about it. He thinks maybe it's because that woman, the priestess, was praying there. So he decides they'll keep it covered, and only uncover it when they need to pray, then cover it again afterward. The scene then shifts, and we see 2 or 3 people traveling somewhere. On the way, they come across a strange tree. What the hell is this? Here we see Hiraku, who has come back to the farm, and his teammates are with him. Hiraku says, "What is this? I mean, I grew so many things here with my tool, but I don't remember growing this. I'll have to check it out." He goes over and looks at the tree carefully. What is this? It looks really strange. While they're looking at it, a fruit suddenly falls down. One of the army members picks it up and says, "Oh, this belongs to that tree, right?" Hiraku says, "Yes, it does." Then he takes it in his hand and says, "Oh, this is a walnut. I thought it might be a walnut." He adds, "Look, when we break it, something really good comes out that we can eat." Hakuren breaks it open and says, "Oh, so this is what it looks like." We also see Chrome writing everything down so she won't forget. Then they come across another plant. Someone asks, "What is this now?" It looks strange too. When they break it, they're surprised again. It's actually almonds. Hiraku says, "This is amazing. I grew this too, and I don't even remember." Everyone notes it down again. Then they find a peanut plant. One of them says, "I knew it, these are peanuts." Others say, "It looks like beans," but he replies, "No, they're peanuts, and yes, we can eat them." He explains everything about these plants. Finally, they come across a cashew tree. Someone says, "What is this?" It looks a bit like an apple, and also a bit like a pineapple, but it's neither. They take a closer look and remove the cashew from it. When they break it open, the cashew comes out. Hiraku is surprised and says, "I've never seen this before. I didn't even know cashews grow like this. Anyway, whatever it is, it's amazing." The fruit from the tree can also be eaten, and even the animals are eating it. In the end, everyone notes everything down, everything they discovered, and Hiraku explains all of it in detail. He explains how to eat all these things, how to use them, and even how to preserve them for a long time. Everyone looks really happy, and after eating all this food, they're clearly enjoying themselves. The scene then shifts, and we're told about a slime. It used to be a water slime, but one day it fell into a bottle of alcohol and became a drunkard. Since then, it's developed a strong liking for alcohol and always hangs around places where people are drinking. Next, we see Tia and Hiraku working on making a parachute. They've made a small one and are testing it. Then some others arrive and ask, "Hiraku, what are you doing?" He says, "I'm testing this parachute to see if it works properly." Lusly Moon asks, "What's the need for a parachute?" You can just fall straight down. Hirako replies, not everyone is like you, able to fall straight down and still be fine. They agree that he has a point. Then someone asks, so do we need to make it bigger? Hirako says, yes, we do. While they're talking, the alcoholic slime shows up. It somehow indicates that it wants to try riding the parachute. Hirako asks, are you sure you want to do this? The slime insists, and they actually let it try. Hirako then says, this slime has never really helped us before, but now it's going to test this for the first time, by risking itself. As soon as the slime gets on and they start the test, it jumps and takes off. Hirako watches and says, I knew it was going to do something like that. The scene shifts again, this time to the mountain elves in their workshop. We see a girl whose name is introduced, along with her assistant. She says she wants to make various things, like utensils, and they begin discussing it. Her assistant explains that she has been with her since childhood and has always been good at everything. But later, she decided to work as her assistant instead, letting her take the lead on the main work. While wandering like this, they finally reach the tree village, where they meet Hirako. Hirako likes them because of their behavior and allows them to stay in his village. They start living there and soon feel that if they're going to stay, they should contribute something so they don't become a burden. From then on, they begin working and helping out in the village. But things take a bit of a funny turn. She thinks that if she can impress Hirako, it would be great. But she tries to do it in her own way, by showing off her strength. She starts flexing her strength in front of him, but Hirako gets overwhelmed and reacts like, hey, what are you doing? You'll end up hurting me. Tia feels a bit awkward seeing this. Her assistant says, I told you before, you can't impress Hirako with just strength. You'll have to try something else. She then says, alright, then I'll work on building my abs. Her assistant reacts, are you serious? You've been focused on strength all this time, and now this? She tries to explain that they should think of some other way to impress Hirako instead. And from then on, this whole situation just keeps going like that. That's it for today, like and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.